Hey, what is going on, everybody? We are about 2 months into iPhone 15 season, and many of you have just received your iPhone, others yet still waiting for your iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max or any of the other models. So these 2 or so months have been a great time to scout the best leather cases for your brand new iPhone 15, and that's exactly what I've been doing. And in some other videos, you may be seeing 10, 15, maybe even 20 different leather cases. I've narrowed it down to 5, not as some arbitrary number, it just happened to be 5 cases that I felt like I could recommend to you guys depending on your use case. And I will be showing you how all of these cases look on both the natural titanium and the blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. And before I show you all the cases that I have, let me quickly run through the criteria I use to choose these 5 cases. And they are looks, first of all, because if you're getting a leather case, you know, protection is not as good as it might be on some really heavy duty cases. You're mostly getting it for the looks and for some protection. It's about a medium level of protection. And by looks, that includes the leather wrapping all the way around the case itself. Fit is the second criteria. It has to fit well, obviously. And that includes the button placement, how the buttons feel, etc. Quality, the quality of the leather has to be good. Some of these cases give you the most premium quality leather, but as long as it's a good quality of leather, then I was going to consider that case. And last but not least, MagSafe compatibility. These cases had to be compatible with MagSafe, which is a part of my everyday drive. When I go to work, come back from work, I've got a Pitaka MagSafe phone stand in my car. I'll actually link you in the description to that. I love it, and I'm not going back to regular phone stands in cars. So the case has to be MagSafe compatible. So I'm going to run through the case brands that I do have for you and then tell you why I chose not to include a couple of popular ones. So no particular order here. I've got this Blackbrook leather case, which you can get from their website, you can get from Etsy, you can get from Amazon. Again, I'll have links in the description for all of these. Mujjo can also be found on their website or Amazon. Bullstrap, which makes premium leather cases, I believe out of Florida, could be Miami, I could be mistaken there, but they made the cut as well. The Andar case from Aspen made the cut, and they were actually kind enough to send this out to me, and they were so happy. In fact, they allowed me to share a promo code with you guys, so you can get 15% off of this if you end up deciding that you like this one, want to show it to you. And it's actually 15% off anything on their site. Link in the description, or you can just use my promo code, which is aesthetic, same name as the channel. And finally, a case from Lonli, which you can find on Amazon. And the reason I chose this one is so that you guys could also have a bit of a budget option. It's not gonna be premium leather, but it's gonna be leather on a budget if you don't have much to spend but want a leather case. So let's kick it off with the Bullstrap leather case here. This is gonna run you about $89. This is definitely the most expensive case of this group of leather cases that I am presenting to you, but the leather is as good as you'll find on the market. Most people don't care about the packaging of their leather case, but believe it or not, some do care about the unboxing experience, and it's a pretty nice case here. You've got the branding on the side, it's a little bit reflective, a transparent window on the front to show you the color of the case that you got. Let's open this up. Obviously, gotta have to do a smell test with a leather case. Yeah, this smells like, as soon as you walk into a store with dress shoes, leather dress shoes, that's what this smells like. About as leathery a smell as you can get. And as I remove the case here, you've got this soft kind of microfiber lining on the inside. By removing this tag, this product is no longer eligible for a refund. Fine. Bullstrap says that this is full grain leather sourced from Europe and North America. The buttons are stainless steel, including an action button over here. And it's actually got an open bottom, which is a little bit of a divisive thing. I kind of like an open bottom, especially because when you swipe up to go home, you don't feel any of the case. It's just a smooth kind of swipe up. And other people want the case completely closed on all sides. So I've got some of both here for you, so you can make a decision as to which one is right for you. It says designed in Boca Raton, assembled in China. So I've removed the tag so we can see how this case looks. What else you get in the box? It says enjoy your journey, and scan to register your lifetime warranty. That's another great thing with these Bullstrap cases. You do get a lifetime warranty, apparently. So I got this color, it's called Dune, and I feel like it was made perfectly and specifically for the natural titanium. Other colors that you can get in this include Maverick, which is kind of an army green. You have Sienna, which might be their most popular color. Just on its own is a really, really nice leather color. There's also an Ocean Blue, a Bourbon, which is mainly a very dark brown, maybe some slight hints of burgundy in it. South Beach, which is kind of a pinkish leather, and it also comes in black. So first I'm gonna try this with the blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let's slip this in here. And here is how it looks from the front. Here's the full picture. Here's how it looks completely from the front. And on the back here, see how it looks with that blue titanium. You got the Bullstrap logo kind of debossed here right in the middle of the back. And on the bottom, of course, as mentioned, that open bottom. And this is what I was talking about here, you know, swiping up to go home. You can just do that without having to feel any part of the case when the case is open on the bottom, but at the same time, maybe you get a little bit less protection. Although perhaps if you got some USB-C accessories, if the bottom is open, you don't have to worry about maybe some of those wires not quite fitting because of your case. Buttons, incredibly tactile and nice and smooth. Action button works to perfection as well. I have mine set to open up the camera. So this is the Bullstrap leather case in Dune, and let's check it out on the natural titanium. And here we go. The Dune Bullstrap leather case on the natural titanium. Here's how it looks from the front, and this is why I told you I feel like this is made specifically to match the natural titanium iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. I think you see how nicely those colors kind of complement each other, and if we take a look at it from the back, you see that this leather case indeed complements the color of the natural titanium quite well. It's a matching contrast, but not too much of a contrast if you don't like that. The Dune Bullstrap leather case and the natural titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. Last but not least, let's check our MagSafe accessories. I've got an Apple MagSafe wallet here, and that is a very strong hold. You're not gonna have to worry about this hold at all. Absolutely zero shake with this. No problem with MagSafe accessories on this Bullstrap case. Can I even get this off? There we go. And next up, let's take a look at the Aspen by Andar, which I hope I'm pronouncing right. It means to carry in Spanish. And I think this one wins in terms of packaging. You kind of get that sort of 3D feel print, kind of like the box of the iPhone itself, where the print of the iPhone kind of is raised a little bit. So you get that here, that same effect on the box of this one. On the back, a nice little summary of the case, what Andar means, letting you know that the materials are premium. A little seal here lets you know this thing is brand new. It tells you what color you got. I have the camel tan, and you even got this leather feeling pull tab here. So what a nice touch here from Andar. And here we have this camel tan leather case, a very classic leather color. Smell test. Oh yeah. Slightly different smell than the Bullstrap one, but again, very obviously a premium leather, a very smooth, beautiful feeling, full grain oil waxed leather on this case. You got the soft microfiber inner lining here, feels very premium. You got the attention to detail here with this little MagSafe illustration here, and it says Andar, the branding there on the bottom, full grain leather. You also have Andar branding on the side here, premium feeling alloy metal buttons as well. And other colors that this case comes in include tan. Again, I have the camel tan here, but there's a regular tan, white, which is really nice, navy, stone gray, moss, which is kind of an earthy green as you might expect, and red, which is beautiful. And by the way, on the white one, this little camera protection here is silver instead of black. So enough talking, let's see how this looks on the blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. Fits like a glove. Here's how it looks from the front. The sides here, you see that Andar branding. Again, feels really, really nice in the hand. In case you're wondering, all of the different colors come with this black camera protection here, except the white one, of course, as I mentioned, is a silver color, so you have to decide if you like that or not. It actually blends really well here with the blue titanium. Can't really tell the difference in color. If you're just glancing at it, you have to look pretty closely. Closed bottom, plenty of room there for your speaker grill. Plenty of room for the USB-C port. So if you like that full coverage all the way around, Andar might be the one to get. This is gonna run you about $55, but again, use my code or the link in the description. Get 50% off. It's a pretty good deal on a very premium leather case. And let's check out how the Andar Aspen looks on the natural titanium. There you have it. The brown, a nice complement to that natural titanium, which is kind of mostly a gray, but in, you know, certain lighting, certain reflections, it can kind of give you a champagne tone. So that's a nice complement to this camel tan. That's how it looks from the front. Let's test out the buttons. I mean, perfect. Can't ask for better. Volume buttons, clicky, tactile, all good. Action button, perfect. That's how it looks again. The Aspen from Andar in camel tan. And I love the leather smell that has engulfed my filming space here. And that's a smell we know you can only get from premium leather products. Real quick, let's try MagSafe. Perfect. You heard the sound of how that snapped on. Very, very strong. I'm trying to push from each side here, and it's very, very difficult. So this is going to stay on. This is a good, strong magnet. Shake test. Plenty of space for your MagSafe accessories. So this Aspen case from Andar is a full go. Up next, I'm going to show you this Lonli case, which I told you is kind of the budget option. This Lonli case will run you about $26 on Amazon. They say that it's European Napa leather. You can get it in slate gray, which is what I have here. I wanted to kind of choose a variety of colors for this video. You can also get it in black, a midnight blue, and a saddle brown. Link in the description. Pretty nice presentation here from Lonli with just that one ribbon. Nothing spectacular, nothing like the Andar. This envelope here that says Lonli Classic, and that's pretty cool here. It lets you know that this is Napa leather, some more information about that material, and a thank you. Hoping that we enjoy the new case. You have this little carrying case for the cover that you got, and here it is. This is the Lonli case in slate gray. Smell test. This smells like leather, but the least smelling leather of the three that we've checked out so far. I think I can already tell that this is not quite the premium grain, full grain leather that the Bullstrap and the Andar are. But again, on a budget for 26 bucks, this is not a bad option. You see the microfiber lining here on the inside. It says Italian Napa leather from Gruppo Mastrotto Tannery. Definitely butchering that pronunciation. And let's see how this looks. So slate gray on the blue titanium, iPhone 15 Pro Max. Not a bad combination there. Kind of a slate gray on the darker side. Not quite a charcoal, but still a darker gray on this blue titanium. And the camera protection here is the same color. It's also a gray. This is another closed bottom case, but you see you have good cutouts there, accurate cutouts for your speaker grill and the USB-C port. Let's test the buttons out. They feel pretty good. They feel fine. I want to say they feel a little bit better on both the Andar and the Bullstrap, but I'm nitpicking, to be honest. Here's the action button. It works fine. This is going to work as well. The case feels a little bit different. It's a little bit rougher, slightly rougher than the Andar and the Bullstrap one. We'll see how this slate gray looks on the natural titanium. And here we have it, the natural titanium, the slate gray. I felt like this color was going to look pretty good on both color iPhones. So here is your Lonli case. Again, this is more the budget option. And unsurprisingly, it's my least favorite of the three, but only you can decide if it's worth it for the price. MagSafe, the magnets are actually really, really good. Very, very good here. Just as strong as the other two phones. I've got no problems here with this MagSafe wallet from Apple. So MagSafe, certainly very good on this Lonli case. Up next, we've got the Mujjo case. And what really drew me to this one is the great colors, especially this burgundy, which I thought would look awesome on the blue titanium, but also really, really good on the natural titanium. It also comes in black and dark tan. It's a premium leather sourced from Northern Europe. Kind of have that 3D print on the Mujjo branding here, but not on the picture of the case itself. Let's get this open. Here it is, the Mujjo case in burgundy. Smell test. This actually smells the least like leather as well. That doesn't mean that it's not as leathery as the others. Just could mean that it's treated a little bit differently. And you see this machined metal here, camera protection. It's a little bit big. Now, let me tell you something. On the Amazon reviews, a couple people said they had some issues using MagSafe on this case, partly because this camera protection was so large. Some others said that they didn't have issues, so I guess it depends on which MagSafe accessory you use. We'll give that a quick test. But this is really beautiful, very nice color. You can kind of see the imprint here of MagSafe. I don't know if you can catch that on camera here. There's kind of a circular sort of imprint. I noticed it as soon as we unboxed. I'm trying to show you in different angles here. Maybe you can see it, maybe not. This is another closed bottom case. We've got metal buttons on this case as well. So let's give it a go. My first impression is that this might be, and of course the margins are very, very small, but this might be the thinnest of the leather cases that we've tried. This is how it looks. Really, really nice. I think the burgundy kind of brings out the blue in this very, very dark blue on the blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. You've got Mujjo branding on the bottom, debossed. Really pretty burgundy color to go with your dark blue iPhone. This looks about as good as I expected. Let's test out the buttons real quick. Volume buttons are excellent. Very tactile, power button as well. The buttons on here, just as good as the Bullstrap and the Andar. Let's do a quick MagSafe test. This would be, I think, the wallet that matches the best. And I tell you what, I think it fits perfectly. I did see somebody in the reviews say that the Apple MagSafe charger, that kind of metal puck that I'm sure you've all seen, had some issues on this case in particular. I'm not sure why. So far, so good for me, to be honest. I think this is one of the cases definitely to consider. I'm just trying to take it on and off and test whether the MagSafe is problematic. Now, I will say this. I don't have a problem with the fit, but the MagSafe magnets themselves are not quite as strong as they were on either of the other cases. Not as strong as they were on the Lonli, on the Andar, or on the Bullstrap. So that is something to consider. I wouldn't call them weak, but I feel like I can move this wallet a little bit easier on this case than I could on the other ones. So MagSafe, definitely there, but so far the weakest MagSafe connection of the cases that we've tried. So we'll just quickly check out how this case looks on the natural titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max. And here we are. Again, a nice case. I think it looks great with either of these colors. I mean, it'll go with any of the colors that you got on your iPhone 15 Pro Max, especially if you like burgundy, although I think it looks best on the blue and then on the natural titanium. So this is the Mujjo case. Here's the bottom with the cutouts. Nothing wrong with these. And again, this is a closed bottom case. So if you prefer that, great. If not, you will feel part of the case when you're swiping up to go home from the bottom. Again, some people care about that, some don't. You kind of forget about it after a couple hours use anyway. And finally, we got the Blackbrook case. I believe this one is sourced in Istanbul, Turkey. Again, you can get it from Amazon, from, I believe, their separate website, as well as Etsy. I've seen it on there as well. And I've ordered from them before, and it is a really good premium grade leather, that's for sure. A little bit of a nice intro into the company and their products. And I could smell this one before I even completely unwrapped it. This one comes in the burnished tan, so here's how it looks. A little seal of quality there as well. That's a nice touch. Pull that off, and you've got this little cardboard here. And this, I mean, this seems like this is straight from the source. You don't have any of that microfiber lining on the inside. The cuts are pretty sharp. I remember seeing that in some other videos as well. So you have to decide if that bothers you or not. So this has just complete cutouts for the buttons and the bottom, so an open bottom case here. No doubt the leather itself is extremely premium. You're just gonna have to decide if you like the way this case looks. You can see here a little bit of a cutout for the camera. It's not completely straight. Also over here, not sure if the attention to detail is quite what you would expect for the price. This one runs you $59, just like the Mujjo. I'm not sure if I mentioned the price of the Mujjo. And again, I'm gonna have links to all of these in the description. Certainly premium leather. You've got the debossed Blackbrook logo on the bottom. So let's see how these fit. Starting with the blue titanium. And this is how it looks. Guess you gotta decide for yourself if you like it. Cutouts around the buttons. I don't mind cutouts around the buttons. In fact, I like that. I like that it shows the metal frame, but I'm not sure if I like how sharp these cutouts are. I feel like they could be a little bit more contoured. So no need to test buttons here because the buttons, of course, are completely exposed. But I will say it's slightly annoying here. You're pressing the button, but part of your thumb is being resisted by part of the case here. But of course, everything works just fine. And on the bottom, as mentioned, it is an open bottom, again with very sharp cutouts, so you have to decide if you like the way that looks or not. Let's test out MagSafe on the Blackbrook, and I would say that it works, but it's a little bit weak once again. So this one is probably even weaker than the Mujjo. So far, the Mujjo and the Blackbrook have the weakest MagSafe connections, so keep that in mind. I would say that this one might be the weakest of those two, and real quick, we'll see how this looks on the natural titanium. In case you were wondering, here's how it looks from the front. And then on the sides here, here's how it looks on the top and the back. So this was the Blackbrook leather case. All right, guys, so before I finish this off, let me just quickly tell you why I did not choose the Nomad leather case. I know that's a favorite among a lot of you, and they do use really good premium leather materials. But for me, the leather has to wrap all the way around the phone or it does not look premium. The sides of that Nomad case are a TPU. Hey, to each their own, but for me, that's a pass. That's why I didn't make the cut. And the second one is Bellroy. Again, a good quality leather case, but the problem, and you'll see this in the Amazon reviews, it's why the rating isn't super high, a very tiny cutout for the action button that a lot of people just deemed completely unusable. So that's why I did not include Bellroy. So honestly, I think you're gonna like any of these 5 cases that I've shown you. That's why I included them. But the winners here for me are pretty clear. I would say that they are in no particular order, the Andar and the Blackbrook, both very premium grade leather, very strong magsafe. You got the metal buttons, they feel very premium. You just got to decide what you like better. If you want an open bottom case, then your choice is this Bullstrap right here. If you prefer full protection and a closed bottom, then among these two, you've got to go with the Andar. One massive thing to consider, again, both of these premium leather products, this one's 89 bucks and this one's 55 bucks. And then again, on top of that, if you use my code aesthetic or you use the link in the description, you're gonna get even more money off of this one. So value-wise, it's no contest, but you have to decide which look and feel you like better. But as far as the quality of the leather, you can't really discern between these two. Both of them, again, do great with the MagSafe test. If you really love that burgundy color, your only choice is the Mujjo. But again, MagSafe was just on the weaker side. So it's hard for me to recommend this for anything other than how beautiful it is. If you don't care about burgundy, I feel like the leather on these is a little bit more premium anyway, and they both come in, again, some really nice color options. And if you just absolutely cannot spend more than 20 something dollars, then Lonli would be my recommendation. You can purchase this through Amazon in the link in my description. But the difference in the leather being used, if you say go for the Andar and add on the discount of 15%, it's a little bit extra, but I think you're getting a considerably higher quality case there. And that's it, guys, my recommendations for leather cases for your iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, as Apple, of course, isn't making leather cases anymore. If you found this video useful, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like tech content like this. Once again, purchase links in the description and the discount code for the Aspen by Andar if you decide to go with that one. I appreciate all of you watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.